Let's go. Arkansas advances. That's how you do it right there, son. That's how you do it. Welcome, everybody. It is the post-game live show, and it looks like Kentucky fans are wrong again. Arkansas is not a one-and-done in the NCAA tournament. They are advancing. That's what they just did. They just advanced, and it's so great. Arkansas continues to just, I don't know, when was the last time Kansas beat Arkansas at anything, baby? Arkansas beating them in football, beating them in tournaments, beating them in exhibition games, beating them in another tournament. Oh, my God. Sometimes it really is hard to be humble, isn't it? It's about time Arkansas fans had something to feel pretty good about, you know, for those of you that don't really like baseball. I don't know why you don't like baseball, but all right, welcome. Do me a solid if you would, which is like, share, and if you're new here, hit the subscribe button. Sharing is caring, and I appreciate everyone who's already done so. Yeah, big game for Jonas Adu. Dickinson held scoreless in the second half. It's almost like, I don't know, someone said if you take Dickinson out of the game, I don't know, you got a pretty good shot at winning this game. Well, they certainly did that for a half. I feel like someone said that. Tusk Talk. Anyways, yeah. It's fantastic, man. So great. All right. I want to start this off, too, before we get going, before we get into all the nitty-gritty. I will not be back. This is my last show until I'm back from vacation. We're going on a cruise. I may get the onboard internet. I don't know. I hear it's kind of expensive, and it sucks sometimes. Sometimes it's okay. I don't know. I might get it. I might. If I do, I'll probably pop my head in. But next week, it's going to be the Travis and Tim show. Next week, it's all on them. They're going to be, this is their thing next week. So I hope you guys will support them and be here. They're going to cover the post game for Arkansas's round 2 matchup. So, yeah. By the way, Missouri is still losing. I don't know if you guys are keeping up with that or not. Missouri is still losing. I wanted to pull that score up if I could. I see you, Lance, out there retweeting. Look at you go. Hold on. I had the damn score. I'm going to pull them all up. Let's just do that. Scores. A&M on top of Yale. Looks like they're going to take care of business there, 79-66. Drake on top of Missouri by 11 with 9:27 left to go in the second half. 47-36. Utah State and UCLA just tipped off not long ago, about 5 minutes ago. It's tied up at 8. We got Omaha and St. John's happening here any minute. We still got Michigan and UC San Diego. Got a whole bunch of games tonight. Well, I say a whole bunch. You've had a whole bunch today. We've had some upsets. UNC, Wilmington, and Texas Tech. I got someone trying to convince me that that's one that we ought to keep an eye on. I think Tech rolls them, but I don't know. I guess we'll see. So, yeah, we saw Georgia get absolutely just destroyed, just punished. Incredible. Great win by the Hogs. Oh, be careful driving, Ty. Oh, thank you, Pops. I'll be fine. Kenny Smith gave Boogie Flan MVP. Really? Did he now? Richmond played like a freshman, says Kyle Schrum. Yeah, Richmond tonight was not on his A game. Richmond struggled. And that's, I know it's pointing out the obvious, but he just looked, I don't know. I mean, he is a freshman, right? This is an NCAA tournament game. You know, experience in these games can matter. I mean, you saw who of course, Adu going off. He's been here. Nelly had 18 points. Wagner with 14. And again, we'll go over that whole list here in just a second. But it was like the older guys kind of came through. Brazil. I mean, you know, this was a big one for him too, right? This was a big one. And you know, not a bad performance by him either. He crushed the boards. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to get into that. Again, I appreciate everyone for being here. Talk for Advertise, stun the like. What's up, William? Hope you're doing well. Again, I appreciate everyone for being here, man. This is I don't plan on this being a real long post game. Like I said, I haven't even packed, you guys. I haven't even packed my bags yet, and this is going to be like a 8-day cruise. I had so much running around. I didn't get to watch any tournament ball today outside of this Arkansas game. So in the first half in this game, it was kind of, it was back and forth. We had a number of lead changes. Hogs just 2 offensive boards. Nope, sorry, that's the wrong one. I'm getting ahead of myself. Brazil was 11 for 20, and they talked about this on the broadcast. He was 11 of 20 in the last 4 games coming into this game, and then he would end up knocking down the Hogs' very first 3, and then he would. I don't think did he make another 3? I'm going to have to look at that. I don't know that he made another 3. It was kind of bad. The Adu versus Dickinson battle was, you saw it in the first half. Now, Dickinson got into a little bit of foul trouble in the second half. He didn't play in the second half much because of that. He picked up just 1 foul late in the first on a foul to give play, and then he picked up a couple more, I think, pretty quick. So that is another reason why he didn't have a whole lot of points. But I really thought Adu did a great job of altering his looks, altering his shots down and around the post. The closer to the rim Kansas tried to get to, they were not successful. And it was because, in large part, to Adu and in Brazil in there as well. Again, I didn't pay attention to the only stat I was looking at was the 3-point percentage, which most of this game Arkansas was shooting like 21%, and they just kept trying to knock down threes. And I'm going to talk about Kansas in that zone defense and Arkansas's response in just a second. Dickinson scored the first 5 points for KU, so he did get off to a pretty quick start. Hogs at 1 point later in the first half scored on 6 straight trips. And then the Hogs, under 2 minutes, knocked down a huge 3 to continue a 7-0 run there in the first half. So Arkansas on offense in the first half was kind of doing whatever they wanted. Scored almost 50 points in the first half. Kansas had changed on defense the last several games. They were a much better defensive team lately, and you saw them clamp down in the second half. And they did something a little out of ordinary in the second half, which was switching to that zone defense. I don't know what Cal was telling them. Now, I'm thankful he didn't burn any timeouts when Arkansas was going on that long scoring drought and could not penetrate the zone. But I don't know why he wasn't screaming at these guys to stop just passing the ball around out in the perimeter. What the hell are you doing? You've got your bigs just standing there and your guards just passing the ball out in the perimeter. What the hell are you doing? You don't have, you're not a great shooting team. So you need to dribble drive straight. That's your MO. That's how you could pop the zone. You stick the needle in the zone and you pop it and you drive to the rim. You draw fouls. You have them second guess themselves, back off defensively because they get into a little bit of foul trouble. Then you soften them up and it forces them to play a little bit off, maybe some off-color man defense a little or something. You got to do something. You can't just pass the ball around on the perimeter. Kansas turned Arkansas into just a passing, they were just passing the damn ball like hot potato. Their half-court offense is not good enough to pop that kind, and they're not a good zone team. They don't run a lot of zones. Self is known as an aggressive man defense guy, forcing turnovers and bad passes, and altering shots and getting someone getting a couple of guys involved down low around the post on defense, clogging the lanes up, just not allowing easy buckets, and Arkansas completely popped it based on what Kansas had been doing lately. Arkansas had completely opened them up before they went to that zone defense. I was like getting red in the face watching them just play hot potato with the damn ball out in the perimeter. I was getting so mad. Like, what are you doing? You've got Wagner, Boogie Fland, who, listen, he's obviously healthy. Why? Someone needs to cut to the basket. Do anything. But sitting around and trying to knock down threes when you're hovering around 21%, when you got guys that are shooting over outside. Meanwhile, Adu is eating down around the post. What the hell are you doing? So I don't know what Cal was thinking. I don't know why he didn't communicate to his guys. Maybe he was and they weren't listening. They were nervous to turn the ball over. I don't know. You've got to have a better plan. You have to have a better plan moving forward. The zone can't stop you in your tracks like that. Or if you're a great team against the zone and they switch to man, you can't let a single switch like that just completely take you out on offense. Unfortunately, we've seen Arkansas do that several times this year, especially against the zone. But you're about to – listen, now that you've advanced, now you're playing like – I don't know how you guys feel about St. John's. I'm going to let Travis and Tim pick that up and talk about it. I don't know if they're going to do – I doubt they're going to do a pre-show. Maybe they will. I don't know. I'd like to hear them talk about it, but I'm going to be real. I haven't done a lot of research on St. John's. I know like a little bit, but we know Patino's a hell of a coach, and he's definitely going to be ready, assuming that's what we see. Again, this isn't anything new. Arkansas has struggled with the zone, and it just makes you pull your hair out. But I love how they responded. They responded by getting to the free throw line. They responded by trying to make something happen. I loved, the lane jumping, forcing KU into some nasty passes, some nasty turnovers. Arkansas had just 3 turnovers in the first half. And you knew, like, statistically, this is going to change. They're going to turn the ball over more. They just turned it over a little bit more than you would have liked. But, again, that stuff happens, right? That stuff absolutely happens. We got some super chats coming in. Hey, Susie Schwartz coming through with the $20 super chat. Enjoy your cruise. You are so sweet, Susie. Thank you so much. I will enjoy my cruise. Thank you for trying to make it a little bit more special. I appreciate that. We're taking our 2 daughters. They've never been before. This will be our third cruise, I think. Yeah, third cruise. We're taking off from Galveston. So I'm really excited about it. Movie says he took Drake. Oh, man. Yeah, I didn't. I thought Mizzou was going to take care of business. I like the way Mizzou played this year. I thought they were pretty stout. Just 2 or 3 more shots from Arkansas in this game isn't down to the wire. Just 2 or 3. Yeah, some shots just didn't fall. You're absolutely right. Some shots just did not fall. Keyshawn Clark with a $5 super chat. I appreciate that. Big Z was watching the game with us. It's crazy he couldn't be played this game. Yeah, didn't. I mean, who would have thought that your offensive explosion in the first half? Typically, when that's happened for Arkansas, Big Z has been a part of those, and he was a non-factor. Kelly Williams with a $10 super chat. Go Hogs, loving me some Cal. Final Four. Oh, Final Four. Yeah. I mean, listen, I'm not going that far. I don't know. Anything can happen, though, in the second round, right? And here's the thing. Yeah, Boogie Flan didn't exactly light the world on fire, but you were able to stretch to an 8-man rotation. When you had someone not doing so great, Boogie Flan was there. Boogie Flan was there, and he picked up minutes. It's not like he just went in and played 5 or 10 minutes. He picked up some minutes. And he was 2 for 2 at the line, right? He had 6 points. He had 3 steals, 3 assists, 0 turnovers, and a rebound. Let's not sit here and act like it was just complete junk. Like he was, he didn't do 2 for 7 for 6 points, right? You're not blown away by that. But let's see now. You're able to kind of go into your bag a little bit more. I'm standing on the Adu Thero not playing. I don't believe that Adu Thero is going to play. Even if Arkansas somehow gets on a good run here, maybe they get into the Elite Eight or they get to the Sweet 16, I still don't think Adu Thero plays. I hope I'm wrong. Boogie Flan came out of nowhere, right? Boogie Flan came out of nowhere. We had no idea this cat was going to play up until, the story broke last week. Or maybe that was over the weekend. When did that story break? All right. We got to do Gold Chain, man. Oh, and it's still back there. Damn it. Oh, my pack. I've been driving all day, y'all. Hang on a second. Let me, I got to pop my back. Oh, my God. Let me just black out the screen there. So can you hear it? Snap, crackle, pop. Ugh. All right. We got the gold chain. We got it back. We got the gold chain. We got to give it out to somebody. So we will get to that in just a second. We will get to the gold chain in just a second. Make sure you guys like, share, hit the subscribe button, baby. Brent Peterson says, I can't believe it. In all caps, by the way. I can't believe I'm an Arkansas fan after loving my Wildcats all my life. Year of redemption. Uh-oh, Brent. Uh-oh. Would you have been here saying that if Arkansas had lost? Katron Clark with a really good point. Clark, I want to say this. He says we lose this game without Adu, and he is 100% right on both ends of the floor. But I want to say this. It was Brazil that helped bring Arkansas back from the brink tonight. It absolutely, like Brazil, once again, his effort on the floor, it doesn't always translate to huge numbers, although he did something pretty special tonight. But like Brazil was a big part of this, right? So was Nelly knocking down that three there later in the second half. But let's not overlook what Brazil did tonight. All right? John L., listen, he was, well, I can't wait to get to these numbers. I'm a stat hog, man. I love, maybe that's why I'm still I enjoy baseball so much. I love the numbers. I love looking into the stats. Let's start off with KU. What did KU do tonight, and what did Arkansas do to frustrate them? I'll tell you, I think their post play, I think Arkansas on defense, around the paint, around the rim, don't get me wrong. The rebounding could have been a little better. They did get out-rebounded here. Kansas out-rebounds them by 4. It wasn't a large margin. Other than that, I thought their post play was fantastic. I really did, through at least 75% of this game. And that was in large part thanks to Adu and, of course, Brazil. They would shoot, they being Kansas, 25 of 58, just 43%. They were automatic outside. Way too many open looks. Way too many open looks for my liking. I know, like, for me, if I see, 3, I'm like, damn it. Anything more than that, I'm talking about made shots, I'm going to complain. Like, all right, damn it, there's just too many made open looks. Some of those was Arkansas kind of daring Kansas to do that, but why? Like, Kansas is capable, and they could shoot threes in a hurry. I did think their perimeter play, they were doing better on switches from what I could tell. They weren't giving up as many open looks in the second half as they were in the first half, but they KU was still making some shots, right? 47% is what Kansas did from outside. 47%. They were also 87.5%. This is what's crazy. Both Arkansas and Kansas did something similar at the free throw line. 14 of 16, almost 88%. 11 offensive boards. We're going to get in. This is the number I like talking about here. 27 defensive boards, so it's 38 total. 18 assists. However, Arkansas doing great on defense. Kansas with several bad passes, guys not really playing heads-up ball. 16 turnovers. They also ended up with 17 fouls. Now, obviously, some of those were automatic. They were planned fouls. But, the officiating there in the first half, it kind of felt like, and we talked about it in Discord, it kind of felt like KU just, Hunter Dickinson could do whatever the hell he wanted. That changed in the second half. I think Cal had a conversation with somebody like, bro, you guys have got to pay attention to him. He's doing a lot, and you're not catching it. If you're going to get us on some silly, tacky shit, you better do the same thing for him or on KU. And they did that. And it turned the tide in the second half for sure, at least them calling KU on more fouls. But 16 turnovers for KU, that was huge. Ultimately, that is why, or it's one of the bigger reasons why KU lost this game. 16 turnovers is far, far too many. Shout out to, did you see everyone that picked Arkansas today? By the way, your boy, go look at it. Your boy switched his pick to Arkansas. Maybe I deserve a little credit. Maybe I should wear the gold chain. Huh? Maybe that gold chain is for me. Because I picked the Hogs at the last second, 5 minutes before tip-off. Oh, I love it. Dickinson was shut down in this game. 11 points, 4 of 13. Nothing came easy for him. He was 2 for 2 at the line. He had 4 offensive boards. He was close to a double-double with 9 total rebounds, 11 points. Zeke Mayo was incredible, 4 or 5 outside, 18 points. KJ Adams with 13. Storr came off the bench and got 15. He's a guy that hasn't averaged a lot of points this year. Badunga, that dude was pretty good, right? 1 offensive board, 5 total rebounds, 3 steals, 2 blocks, 3 assists. He was kind of a problem, but he only scored 14 points. Again, they had 5 steals, 3 blocks as a team, 18 assists, but falling short to Arkansas, 72-79. All right, Arkansas, 28 of 65, 43% from the floor. Probably some of the worst. Some of these threes were just not falling for Arkansas. And some of those shot selections were just bad. They just weren't. It's not what you should be doing. And we saw later in the game, again, the broadcast said that Cal had told them, or they were told. A sideline reporter was told that Cal had told them, forget the open threes. Like, let's try to get to the rim. And I think that's ultimately what changed the whole thing for this team, for Arkansas on offense. But they were 6 of 24 outside, guys. 6 of 24. That's 25%. That's cheeks. Can't be doing that. But you know what? It didn't matter at the end of the day. 17 of 20 at the free throw line. That's 85%. How about this? Arkansas won the battle on the offensive boards, 12-11. 12 total offensive boards. Who was it? Who led the way? Trevon Brazile. That's who. Trevon Brazile. What a game this guy had. What a game. 34 total boards, 13 assists, 11 steals, 6 blocks, 10 total turnovers. You're going to live with that, right? You're going to live with that, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Carter Knox tonight didn't do a lot. I thought defensively did a good job of not getting blown off the ball, but three boards, 1 assist, 6 points. John L. Davis. No. Let's go to DJ Wagner. DJ Wagner was 3 for 3 at the line, 5 of 12 shooting. Now, he was kind of cold there for a little bit. Arkansas did go on like a 3-minute scoring drought at one point in the second half, and he was a part of that. I think he had a couple of misses. 1 of 4 outside, 3 total rebounds, 6 assists. 6 assists for him. 6 assists. 2 steals, 2 turnovers. Good numbers, 14 points. Strong numbers for your point guard, for the guy that lines up at the 1. Very, very good game for him. We already talked about Richmond. He just was not himself. He did have 2 points. He had 4 boards, 1 assist, but he had a couple turnovers. He just played – he kind of played how I thought – I'm going to be real, kind of how I thought Boogie might play. I kind of thought Boogie would come out just really, really rough. And, no, it was Richmond. He also – He was He was going up for a alley-oop, and he got fouled, and he came down pretty hard. It looked like he lost he had the wind knocked out of him. Looked like I thought he landed on his tailbone, but I'm glad he's okay. As far as we know, he's fine. I don't think they're going to hold him back next game, even though he did come back in and play. But again, just 2 points for Richmond off the bench. Boogie Fland. Boogie comes into the game. Now, what did they give him minutes-wise? And why am I getting so many DMs? Did I disconnect? Don't be telling me that. Oh, I got tagged in a Hog Stats. Okay, Hog Stats says Jonas Adu versus Kansas tonight was the first Razorback player to get 22 points, 3 blocks, and 3 steals in an NCAA tournament game. Wow, that's from Hog Stats. Appreciate the tag. Thank you, other Mike. Appreciate that. What was I talking about? What were we doing? Oh, we were looking at minutes. We want to see Boogie Fland's minutes. And I want to see what they gave him. And, of course, I'm using the NCAA's official stat broadcast, and it's terrible. I don't even know now where my game went. Are you kidding me? Here we go. What did they give Boogie Fland on minutes? It felt like a lot. I would guess like 18, maybe 20. There it is. 23 minutes from Boogie Fland tonight. 2 of 7. He was 0 for 4. Boy, they were ice cold outside, but he did have 3 assists like we talked about. Big Z. Again, you were able to do what you were able to do tonight without Big Z going off. Played just 4 minutes according to the NCAA live game stat broadcast here. Yeah. So Flan with those 3 steals, he could play some heads-up ball. How about Nelly, too, with that steal there late in the game? That was huge. All right. What are we at here, baby? What are we talking about with our leading scorers here? Trevon Brazile had a double-double, 5 offensive boards, 1 steal, 2 blocks, 11 points. What a game. Again, Brazile's effort, the heart, the energy that this dude continues to play with. This game, or this season, the second half of the season, later on in the year, has been a redemption tour for Brazile, and I am here for it. I'm loving what we're seeing out of Brazile. How could you not appreciate what this guy's doing. Again, I was with everyone at the beginning of the year. What the hell's going on with Brazil? Where's he at? Where's he been? He's a no-show. He has no impact on these games. He's not getting minutes. He's getting minutes. His leash isn't as tight, and he's able to play. I mean, he's playing like some carefree ball, man. He doesn't get the gold chain tonight, but by God, I would give him runner-up, and that's over Nelly, and that's over Wagner. I would give him runner-up because his effort late in that game, it's a big reason why Arkansas was able to pull away with the dub. But there's no doubt, again, the gold chain, I think this is the third time. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, it's going to none other than Jonas Adu. How could it not? How could Adu not get the gold chain? I think we all saw it coming, baby. Congrats. What a game. Oh, Adu, we love you. 22 points. 22 points. 5 boards, 1 assist, 3 steals, 3 blocks. Oh, and yeah, Hunter Dixon couldn't do much of anything around the rim thanks to Adu either getting his hands on the ball or altering shots, whatever. Not just Dickinson. It was everybody. Love that guy's play tonight. Adu is feeling it, man. This is what Arkansas thought. This is what we thought we were getting back in November, December, January, right? Hey, man, better late than never, right? Better late than never, as I always say. Loving it. Nelly did have a good game. I mean, he really did. You know that turnover where he slid. By the way, that's the second time I've seen that dude do that. If he's not kicking the ball out of bounds with his knees, he's slipping with the ball. What game was that? It was the final possession, and he gets it, and he slips and falls as he's trying to drive to the rim. Was that LSU or Missouri the first game? Who the hell was that? Yeah, I don't know that I want the ball in his hands in the final seconds, but 18 points, 4 for 4 at the line. He was automatic. Those free throw shots late in the game were huge. He shot 50%. Nelly shot 50%. You can't be upset at him at all. He also had an offensive board and 3 rebounds with an assist. Again, just 1 turnover. I mean, Arkansas, again, the first half, 3 turnovers, 7 in the second half. You're going to take that all day long in a tournament. You're fine with it. You're fine with it as long as you're getting some assists, moving the ball around, blocking shots, not giving anything up easy around the post, the way Arkansas played. Yeah, man, you'll live with it. Absolutely. Absolutely. But Adu's a monster. I take back everything I said about him, says Joe Cool. Y'all love TB now. Oh, I see what you're doing, Mello. What's going on, man? Adu is hot. Adu is the hot hand right now. Oh, wait. Adu is the hot. The font, I swear to God, the font is getting smaller. YouTube's messing with me. Adu is the hot hand right now. Got to ride him the rest of the way. Adu's going to have to be a big piece. The thing I like about this roster, even if Adu maybe doesn't have a phenomenal game, you've been able to rely on Brazil. Again, just like Adu on both ends of the floor lately. We haven't seen that all year long. Not until February. Not until later on in the year. I'm late. Was checking on games. Yeah. So right now, let's do a score check. Drake is still on top. Hang on. Let me refresh this. Wait, I got the game on in front of me. Drake is on top by 7 with 2:40 left to go in the game. Missouri with a big dunk there inside right at the 2:34 mark. So I'm keeping an eye on this. Wow, Missouri is 21 of 24 at the free throw line. Drake's only had, I think it was 12 shots at the line. Drake, come on, baby. I don't care. I know we're supposed to root for the SEC. I said, the SEC's got to prove it in the tournament, and Georgia got blown out. Now Mizzou could lose. Was there another SEC loss today that I'm? Let me pull that up. Yeah, Texas. That's right. Texas lost. Yeah, in the first 4 game. That's right. Texas did lose to Xavier. Boy, what a tough play-in, huh? Yeah, Drake right now up 59-53. Utah State in the first half, they're trailing by 5 to UCLA. St. John's and Omaha, that can't be right. 0-0 with, I don't know. Self about pulled the ace of, let's see. Self about pulled the ace of spade out of the back pocket with the zone, art of war. Yeah, not something he does a lot this year. That's not something he does. And it completely locked up Arkansas. And, like, that's something you just can't, I don't know. Like, Arkansas a lot this year, and as someone pointed out in Discord, and it's true, the last several years, it's like the zone has been a problem for Arkansas, and it just shouldn't be. Shouldn't knock – and that goes to not having shooters. Z is injured, said – okay, so let me guess. He re-injured his hand? Is that what they're saying? Did he re-injure his hand? X isn't pulling up for me. Yeah, that sounds about right. He knew if he didn't switch for man-to-man, he was going to get blown up. Yeah, I agree, Kyle. Arkansas was just thumping them when they were in man-to-man. Like, they just could not – like, Arkansas's got the athletes. This is what we were talking about. Like, there's a good way to break or to deal with the man-to-man. It's just have athletes. It's have guys that are tough to man up on, guys that can drive the lane, finish at the rim. Ooh, Mizzou just got away with a pretty soft foul call there. That was nonsense. Drake not happy about it. Heartbroken Hog with a $2 super chat says, this team made me proud tonight. Woo pig. Absolutely. Absolutely, man. St. John starting off cold. Hey, I'm here for it, right? We better be prepared for the zone, because if you think Patino isn't watching and scheming already, we got another thing coming. Well, I mean, he's Patino, right? I mean, of course. Katron Clark with another $5 super chat. I'm sorry if Big Z is trying to make it to the league. Being unplayable isn't going to help. I'm trying to figure out where people are getting it. So did Z – oh, my God. The LinkedIn – Brandon Baker's being a savage on Twitter right now, y'all. Do you follow him? He's a good follow. He really is. He's a good follow. Let me pull this up. Oh my God. Brandon Baker, Hunter Dickinson has joined the LinkedIn roster after a 17-year stint. Oh, my God. He brings a lot of experience and no more college eligibility to the workforce. Oh, my God. That is savage right there. Oh, man. 7-0 Omaha. Oh, boy. Mama Armstrong. Oh, is she in here? I don't see her. Oh, there she is. Hey, what's going on, Mrs. Armstrong? Hope you're doing well. Hey, Ty. Hey, everybody, go Hogs. Appreciate you stopping by. One day YouTube's going to let us put messages on the screen. Appreciate the super chat, Katron Clark. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. That's a cold tweet. Yeah. That's cold. That's cold-blooded right there. That is cold-blooded, Brandon. Oh, my God. I'm going to give him the old retweet, though. Do we have anything on Z? Is someone confirming that he's hurt? We've got oh God, Houston beat the hell out of SIU 78-40. Goodness, Auburn, Alabama State. Someone was telling me that game was actually kind of close for a little bit. Auburn ends up winning 83-63. Tennessee over Warford 77-62. Wisconsin over Montana 85-66. Purdue over High Point. That was another one I thought people were saying was a close game. 75-63. Clemson got beat. Will Wade. I said that was an interesting one. God dang, I should have picked McNeese. I wonder if I did on my bracket. I seem to remember debating that one. Even though I thought Clemson, I liked Clemson a lot too. I probably stuck with Clemson, but how about Will Wade? Oh, wiretap Will Wade, who's headed to NC State. BYU over VCU 81-71, and Creighton over Louisville. I don't remember who I picked in that one. I want to say I picked Creighton. Creighton. Georgia got smacked by Gonzaga. That one doesn't shock me at all. 89-68. So, yeah, SEC's had a couple of black eyes with Texas and Georgia. Cool haircut. Oh, appreciate that, Prisha. Thank you. Yeah, I got the locks. The luscious locks were cut. Thank you for that. Clemson busted my bracket. Let me look at my bracket here really quick. Hold on. We'll look together. I'll pull it up. Hang on. Don't go nowhere. I got it. We'll see how I'm doing. Probably not doing great. I did all right last year. I did okay. Let's see. Let me pull this up, and I'll super chat it. Or not super chat it. Sorry, I'll screen share it. Oh, that's not what we're looking for. Where the hell did it go? There it is. Hopefully you guys can see that. All right, so I got Auburn. Yeah, I did. I got Creighton. I like saying that. Shut up. Creighton over Louisville. I got that one. There we go. A&M over Yale. I picked Ole Miss, of course. Right? How else we doing? Did I pick Arkansas? I did. I stuck with Arkansas. I did, baby. Yeah, Omaha's on a 7-2 lead here. I got Purdue, right? Oh, yep. I stuck with Clemson. Damn it. I don't know if you guys can see that real well. I got Zags over Georgia. I'm doing pretty well in my bracket so far. I know that's not a huge shock. It is first round. I picked UCLA over Utah State, and they're up 14 at the moment. Long ways to go in that one. Yeah, all right. Doing okay. I got BYU over VCU, Wisconsin over Montana. Oh, this is one. So I picked St. Mary's. This is going to be a big one. St. Mary's and Vanderbilt. That's going to be a good one. I say that. Watch Vanderbilt. Or watch one of them run the other off the floor. I stuck with Duke as my national champion. I don't know how confident I feel about that, though. You guys tell me, who do you have? Who's your national champion? Did you change it before tip-off, before this thing started? Did you change it? Oh, we got some more super chats. Let me read them. Katron Clark says, "Hey Ty, Big Z didn't get hurt. He got dunked on, and he got pulled the rest of the game. Sad. Yeah. He didn't have a great game. There's no doubt about it. You know, him and Richmond both. And that's what you love about it. You still had a couple of guys you wanted to play well, felt like if you were going to win, you needed to have them play well. If you wanted to win, if you wanted to take this thing to the bank, and both of them played like crap. You know, Z didn't get any minutes. Big Z didn't even attempt to score when he was in. Yeah, he didn't have any shot. He didn't have any shot attempts. I'm pretty sure it was 0, right? Yeah, 0, 0, 0. He didn't do anything, man. And listen, I hate that for him. He only got 4 minutes. Maybe he did get a little dinged up. I don't know. Obviously, I got to watch Cal's presser here in a minute. No, I'm in no rush to watch that because I'm not doing another live. I won't be back until, God, I don't even know. A week from Monday, I guess. So I'm going to be way behind if I don't get that internet package, y'all. I'm going to be like doing this with my phone on the boat. Like, come on, T-Mobile, hook me up. Miz down 10 with 30 left. Yep. Oh, you're way ahead of me. I'm at 42.5 left to go. Oh, I don't know, man. Listen, I know it's like we want the SEC to do well. We want them to show up, but I am here for Mizzou getting knocked out in the first round. I am here for it. Oh, baby, make it happen. I'm sorry. Listen, them in Kentucky, that's all I ask for. Them in Kentucky get knocked out. That's all I want. Let me have that. And then every other SEC team I'll root for. I don't want Mizzou or Kentucky to advance. Big Z did have 2 fouls. Lighten up, y'all. He's going to be fine. We want him to do well. When he does well, Arkansas is really tough to stop. When you got a stretch 5 like that on the floor. Oh, yeah, 37 seconds. Fadeaway 3. Ooh, boy, that almost went in. Oh, that's ball game, son. Still a lot of time left. They're up 10. Mizzou has to foul now. What a game, though. Damn, it got intense down the stretch. Yeah, it did. You're not wrong, Camo. It really did. It was it got tight. You know, and again, Kansas had the lead, 7 minutes or so to go. They took the lead for the first time in the second half, and it felt like they're about to go on a run here because Arkansas could not pop that zone. They couldn't do it. Kansas executed well out of that zone defense. They were out of their comfort zone, and they responded well on defense. I mean, I really thought there for a minute, like Arkansas's in some serious trouble. And they were able to turn the tide. Oh, boy, 30 seconds. Missouri's looking for that three. 22 seconds left. It's an 11-point lead. Missouri, they're just going for the two. Drake's going to let you have that. That was stupid. They're going to let you have that. How many timeouts do they have left? Oh, Missouri has no timeouts left. What are you doing? Ball game, baby. That's ball game. That's it. Mizzou's going to get knocked out. I'm here for it. Oh, I love it. I love that you got them back. I love that you were able to split that between those two games, between Arkansas and Missouri. And now they're getting knocked out of the NCAA tournament. Love it, love it, love it. All right. Ty, have you addressed that not being able to throw the ball in at the end? That's a really good question. Yeah, they had Boogie. Trying to throw it in. I don't know why you went with him to begin with. Why wasn't Wagner there? And why wasn't he running the baseline? Why was he just standing there? It ended up working great. What they ended up calling worked out great. What they ended up doing there was very well executed coming out of that second and final timeout. But thank God, again, that goes back to what we said earlier. You know, I thought with how well or how poorly Arkansas responded to that zone defense by KU, I was a little surprised, you know, when KU started scoring that Cal didn't burn a timeout there to kind of readjust what they were doing. You know, stop with the ball watching from the bigs down low around the post and stop the hot potato passing the ball out in the perimeter. Like, that was just so confusing to me. What are you doing? Like, that's what you expect out of a junior high team. Like, you know you're going to have to drive. Someone's going to have to – if you're not going to attempt a shot, contested or not, and I know you're a low-scoring or you're not a great shooting team, you've got to figure it out. You got to drive, do something. And they just didn't. I mean, until eventually they did, right? I think that was Cal's plan. Which part, Katron? What do you mean? David Atkinson, BBR service. Laugh out loud. Screw the SEC until we get a better schedule. There you go. Hey, I mean, you know, I'm gonna root for the SEC just because I think they need to back up what they did all year. I mean, you know, I would love to see 3 SEC teams get into the Sweet 16. I would love to see 3 teams advance to the Elite 8. I think that's possible, right? Yeah, I mean, you got one in every freaking bracket. You got Auburn, who's still alive, A&M still alive. I'm assuming Alabama, right, over in the East bracket with Mississippi State. Oh, that could be a big one. Mississippi State. Yeah, I don't know that I would take Who did I pick? I picked Baylor in that one. Oregon, Liberty. I picked Oregon, Arizona, Akron. I picked Arizona. Okay, I'm just checking my bracket. But, yeah, I mean, you could very well have – I mean, you've got someone in every bracket. You're spread out everywhere. Kentucky and Tennessee down in the Midwest bracket. Arkansas still alive in the West bracket with Florida. You could have 4 teams because you've got 2 teams in every single bracket and more. You could have 4 teams make the Sweet 16 and maybe 3 in the Elite 8. I'd love to see that. They need to accomplish something in the postseason. You know, they really do. Need to put an exclamation mark on this incredible season the SEC had. Put an exclamation mark and just dominate this tournament. And that is good. That's good for everybody. And it shows too that it's not just a bunch of pretender nonsense, right? Although Arkansas or the SEC did dominate their non-conference opponents too, and I mean, you know, beating some pretty good teams, some really good teams. All right, I'm gonna go pack. That's what I'm gonna go do. I'm gonna go enjoy my vacation. Shout out to Jonas. Hey, I need to clip these when we do the gold chain. I need to clip them and share them on Twitter. But Shout out to Jonas Adu once again. I think this is his third or fourth gold chain. The man has turned his game around, and Arkansas has done nothing but benefit from it. If they continue to play this way, imagine Boogie Flan catching fire. Imagine if Brazil continues playing this way, but also guys like Big Z, Billy Richmond gets out of this one-game funk. Listen, it's really his first game all year where we're kind of questioning what's happening with what happened with Billy Richmond. We know he's going to bring the energy. He did get the damn air knocked out of him there late in the game. Maybe that also had something to do with it. So let's just not panic over those guys. Let's not name call and just call them a bunch of bums because they had one not so great game. You won, you advanced. That's what matters. I'm excited, man. I'm going to try and maybe the boat I'm on will play the game. Do we know a tip-off time yet, by the way, on Saturday? Does anyone know? Has Twitter or anyone said anything about what time this game is on Saturday? Because I'm really curious. I don't think we're going to know. We may not know until, I don't know, tomorrow, I guess. Anyways, Marcus Murdoch says, we ain't beating Florida. Well, they said the same thing about Kansas, Marcus. So, I mean, never say never, but Florida is really good. Florida I like a lot. In my bracket, I have I've got Duke over Florida. So I do like Duke or Florida, excuse me. I do like Florida. They've got Norfolk State. And that game's happening tomorrow evening at 5:50. Okay, I'm going to go pack my bags. I appreciate everyone for being here. Thank you so much. Make sure you like, share, hit the subscribe button. Arkansas wins. They advance. Jonas Adu gets the postgame MVP, brought to you by Direct Service Overhead. Oh, really quick, speaking of sponsors, we do need to look at this really fast. If you guys are on BroThrow or if you're not on BroThrow, use promo code TUSK, T-U-S-K. I wanted to pull up really fast. I was going to do this. Where is it? That's something I'm looking for. Texas Tech, UNC, Wilmington, which is at 9:30. That's happening soon. What do you mean? Well, am I crazy or did that already happen? Did Texas Tech already happen? No, it's 9:30. It's not pulling up. Well, anyways, over on BroThrow, if you haven't joined yet, it is they've rolled out a new feature calling free bets, and we're debuting it during the first weekend of March Madness. Between now and Sunday, refer a friend to BroThrow and receive $20 free bet after your friend makes their first bet. Apply unused free bets to bets you create or accept when entering your PIN. The amount of the bet must match the amount of the free bet for it to be applied. If you lose a free bet, pay your opponent as you normally would. BroThrow will reimburse you. So they've got some stuff going on over on BroThrow. Again, use promo code TUSK, T-U-S-K. I don't know why I'm not getting any games to pull up here. Hang on. Loving you. Easy, you're beautiful. Dootin' dootin' doo doo. Why on earth isn't? Well, wait a minute. Maybe if we do UNC Wilmington. Nope. Well, I don't know what's going on. It's not pulling up for me. Might be my internet being stupid. It does do this when I'm doing a live stream. For whatever reason, Google Chrome just gets really weird. I don't know. It's not pulling up for me. Well, anyways, so we got a whole bunch of games still left. Don't forget, Florida's playing tomorrow. Wonder if that'll pull up. Maybe it's because maybe I guess because we're so close to tip-off, too. That could be it. Here we go. Norfolk State, 28.5 point spread on that. 28.5 point spread. Check this out. Let's see if I can change that really fast. Boop, 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 boop. So there you go. Well, you guys taking that? You like maybe Norfolk State could cover that spread, 28.5, the over-under, or the where the total points at 154. Got a few bets on that one. So maybe that's one you're interested in, right? Norfolk State covering at 28.5. I don't know. Enticing. So again, promo code Tusk, go over to BroThrow.com. It's peer-to-peer sports betting. I bet because that Texas Tech game is like right around the corner. That's why it wouldn't show up. So, all right, that is it. Now I am finally going to go pack. I do appreciate everyone. Make sure you guys give Tim and Travis. They're going to be live next week. I told them it's their show while I'm gone. Please don't get my channel taken away. Limit the swearing. And don't get too hammered on the live stream, on the postgame show on Saturday. So I appreciate all of you guys. Next time you see me, I'll probably be sunburnt a little bit. So looking forward to this long-awaited vacation. Needed this for a while, not going to lie. Mental health checkup, you know what I mean? Okay, I'll see you guys when I see you. Enjoy the rest of the NCAA tournament. Let's see Arkansas advance beyond round 2. Wouldn't that be awesome? All right. Oh, and don't forget, join Patreon, man. Really, I appreciate all the Patreon supporters. If you haven't already, why don't you go check it out and join Discord and all that stuff. All right. You guys have a good rest of your evening, and I'll see you when I see you.